We can define success by the amount of joy you feel in your life. So success can be defined by the amount of joy you feel in your life. So my question for you, my friend, is how successful are you? How much joy do you feel on a regular basis? And remember, we're not talking about happiness. We're not talking about having fun. We're not talking about, these moments, but we're talking about joy. And joy is on a whole nother level. In today's busy world, how can we find the inspiration, knowledge, and energy to live a healthy and empowered life? If we balance and harmonize our mind, exercise our body, live according to the laws of nature, and connect to spirit, can we find a way to heal, become our authentic self, and live our purpose with love? I am your hostess, Amy Fournier, and welcome back to Awakening Aphrodite. Welcome back to Awakening Aphrodite with Amy Fournier. I'm so happy that you're here with me today. How are you? How are you doing? Gosh, I wish I could see you or talk to you. I wish you were here with me right now and we were having a one-on-one conversation. So I'm just going to pretend we are, okay? And just remember, if ever you want to reach me, just shoot me an email or a message on my social media. All that stuff's in the show notes. It's just my name. And I'm Fit Amy TV on Instagram as well as YouTube. So please feel free to reach out. I actually got a couple great requests for show topics just last week that were so inspiring to me, because what's funny is, I've been in the industry of holistic health and fitness forever, for about 30 years now, which is crazy. So a lot of times things are just automatic for me and I don't even really think about it anymore, and I don't really think that they would have any particular value for people, or maybe they're not anything quote unquote new. It just doesn't even really occur to me to be a valuable topic for the show. But when you guys let me know, like, hey, can you talk about this, that, the other? I'm like, really? You want to know about that? Sure, no problem. So that's what I'm here for. That's what I'm here for, you guys. I want to know how to help you. And this is just a great resource for all of us. I get to share my passion and what I love, and it makes me feel good to think I'm helping you with something that helps me to feel better and overcome the challenges in my life. So I don't know, maybe it's totally selfish, but it really means a lot to me to know that anything is helping you at all. And honestly, I really do want to know what you want help with. But today's show, I am probably, I'm sure that you most likely want to know about this topic. Because guess what? I found a really cool list of 10 good ideas that is considered to be the recipe for joy. Hello, I'm going to put this on my refrigerator. The 10 tips that are the recipe for joy. Are you ready? Okay, so this list I found from a wonderful book called A Personal Handbook to Enhance Your Life, Liberty, and Pursuit of Happiness, called New Beginnings 2 by Jerry and Esther Hicks. Okay, so actually the main title is A New Beginning 2. It's the second version. And then the subtitle is A Personal Handbook to Enhance Your Life, Liberty, and Pursuit of Happiness. Hallelujah. That sounds great to me. So that's where I got the list. Okay. And basically why I really love this is that it's helping us connect our inner selves with our outer physical selves, okay? Because ultimately, that is going to enable us to be more whole, more complete. And when we're more whole and more complete, it enables us to be more content. So anything that I feel like helps us be more whole, understanding ourselves, and incorporating and integrating all of who we are is something that you're going to find me reading or studying about. And I felt like this really fit the bill. Okay. And, if you're not familiar with Jerry and Esther Hicks and the work of Abraham, you really probably want to check it out, because Abraham is, I don't even know what you officially call Abraham, but I guess it's a channeled medium. And I actually saw Jerry and Esther Hicks live several times. I went to some of their workshops. I don't know if they still tour, but they usually sell out in all the cities that they tour in, and they lecture live and they answer questions and all that stuff years ago, but I saw them at least 2 times, if not 3. But I have many of their books and listened to some of their audiobooks and whatnot over my career. But one of the things I really love about their work is that they were one of the originals to teach us about the law of attraction, and that the whole idea is to help yourself be in a state of feeling good. Because when you're in a receptive, open, relaxed, connected with yourself, connected with source, loving, nurturing, easy state, you are in the ultimate receptive state to attract more of that towards you. Because you know the saying, like attracts like, right? So I love that. Really, the underlying premise of almost all of Jerry and Esther Hicks's books and materials and courses and lectures and all that stuff is really just to help us establish that baseline of joy within ourselves. They give us tips and practices and techniques and ideas to inspire us of how to cultivate a baseline of joy in ourselves. And that ultimately can enable us to create the life that we really want from that state of joy. So let's get right into it. 10 good ideas. The recipe for eternal joy. Eternal joy. I like that word, eternal joy. All right, number 1, seek joy. First and foremost, seek joy. So I talk about this a lot, actually. I don't even know what episodes, but I often used to tell my clients and my students that, you know, we create a to-do list. Do you have a to-feel list? To-feel list. Like, how do I want to feel every day, right? So seeking things, back to what I was saying about the premise of their work, seeking things in our lives that do give us joy. I don't know why we don't prioritize that more, right? We all have to work and do our everyday household things, but how often is it like a priority? Like, it's not just, oh, if I have time, which of course you never will, to, smell the roses, as they say, and actually schedule time, and everything else can wait. That's where you got to be the boundary boss. Something else that I've been studying personally is how to have firmer boundaries in my life, not only for others, but mostly for myself. I truly need boundaries from myself, from overworking and all that stuff. So tip number 1 for eternal joy is to seek joy. Make it a priority, first and foremost. And there's a reason why they put it as number 1. Second ingredient is seek reasons to laugh. It was so sad the other day. I think it was a meme on social media or a clip somebody did or something that was so funny, and I laughed out loud so hard, and my eyes started watering, and it occurred to me, like, oh my gosh, I don't even remember the last time I laughed this hard. And that was a really sad moment for me. What is up with that? I think I read something once that the average child laughs like 40 times a day, but then the average adult laughs like maybe once if they're lucky. My God, that's just not good. So seek reasons to laugh. And I know for me, my little Charlotte, my little puppy, is a great source of laughter for me. She just cracks me up on a regular basis. Number 3, seek reasons to offer words of praise, not only to others, but to yourself. I love that. I love that. Seek reasons to offer words of praise. Yes. How often do we praise ourselves? That's another thing I probably never do, but I've started to do that as I've been reparenting myself and talking to the little Amy in me about things that would make her feel good. And maybe she wants to hear because nobody else is saying them. So I'll just say them to myself because at least somebody's saying them to me. All right. Number 4, seek beauty in nature, beasts, and other humans. Yes. We all have beauty radars, and it's actually programmed in our DNA. It's really quite fascinating. The research they've done with infants shows that the infants actually gaze longer at people with symmetrical faces and, balanced features and all that stuff. It's kind of fascinating. I mean, it truly speaks to nature versus nurture, that we are wired to seek out healthy, balanced, calm people, calm things, calm environment, things that are harmonized. And so seek out beauty. I know for me, I'm a big fan of my environment, trying to keep things neat and tidy and, having comfortable things in my home that make me physically feel good, mentally feel good. I'm always I try to use as many of the senses as possible, all 6 senses. I have like essential oils that I love to smell. I love to have my painting and art on the walls to look at, things that are pretty, maybe flowers or whatever. I love, of course, music. I teach online classes, and I've always passionately loved music and how powerful it is to change your mood. It just amazes me on a daily basis how powerful music is. But seeking beauty in all its forms in your everyday life, not just like the once in a while thing. Because remember, this is about creating joy, right? So these are all the things to do that actually create joy, and they're simple to do. Love it. We're just taking a moment to interrupt our amazing show today because you know what? I wanted to thank you. I want to thank you personally for leaving me a review on iTunes. If you haven't left a review yet, please consider to do so. Just quickly go on iTunes, scroll down my main page. Underneath the review that you're looking at, you will see a little link that says write a review. Just hit that link, type in how you feel, whatever comes from your heart, and just put in a made-up name if you want. You can just put in Happy Person 202, whatever you want if you want to be anonymous, and then hit the send button, and you're done. And that's just our way of having a relationship. And once again, thank you so very much. Now let's get back to the show. Number 5, seek reasons to love. In every segment of every day, look for something that brings forth within you a feeling of love and appreciation. Yes, seek things that make you feel love and give you reasons to love. Please don't make this complicated or have to be anything life-changingly crazy special, right? It could be just, oh my gosh, I just love this tree. I know I'm always doing that when I take my walks, is loving the trees and loving the bugs and, of course, loving food, loving a meal, or, just loving a feeling or loving a book, loving a song, and let yourself fully feel it. Just don't be like, oh, that's a great song. Ooh. Feel it. Be like, oh, I love this song. Be dramatic. It's okay. Let yourself fully jump in and feel. That is what our girl Aphrodite is about. She feels and loves with unabashed abandon. That is her thing. And that is what we're trying to emulate. Tap into her energy of truly feeling with mind, body, spirit, and every part of yourself, every cell in your body, things that make you feel good. So feel them. And what I often do is I'll close my eyes, and because I find that really helps me go inside and really just tap in and just open up from the inside to feel and allow all these wonderful feelings in. And that, my friend, is embodiment right there. So, all right, back to our list. Number 6, seek that which uplifts you. Well, again, this is kind of a no-brainer, right? It's kind of related to the other ones, but yeah, just seek it out. I know one of Abraham Hicks's other terms, which was my favorite for years, was something they call rampage of appreciation. And what that is you set yourself up to seek out things that you like, things that you want, things that make you feel good. They call it the rampage of appreciation. And it really is quite simple, yet brilliant. And we now have the term for it, which is called, it's activating the reticular activation system in the brain, meaning when you pre-program yourself to look for something, you're more apt to find it, right? It's like that saying when you tell yourself, I really want a red car. And then all of a sudden, the next few weeks, you're seeing red cars everywhere, whereas you hadn't seen them before that, pre-programmed. So seek that which uplifts you, and thinking about, well, what does uplift me? And I'm going to look for things that make me feel uplifted today and make a mental note of them and then do them regularly. Next, seek opportunity to offer that which uplifts another. So seek opportunity to offer that which uplifts another. This is just so beautiful and sweet, isn't it? Like, be a conduit of joy. Be a messenger of love. Be a champion of connection and for someone else, because you know what they say, as I said in the beginning of the show, it truly is kind of the ultimate act of selfishness in giving, because when you give, you receive back. When you really give from the heart, unconditionally, unattached, you don't expect anything back. You don't even expect a thank you, and you won't get all bent out of shape if they didn't thank me. I know I've done that sometimes. Like, what the hell? I did all this and they didn't even thank me. And I have to remind myself that whenever you do that, you're not truly giving. You're not truly giving, because giving has no expectations of getting back in return. Giving is one way, and ultimately you'll end up receiving in some shape or regard, but maybe not from that person. So what a beautiful idea to seek opportunities to offer that which uplifts someone else. How can I make their day? What is it that would make them smile? I know I do that a lot in my online classes. Like, I'm going to make that person smile before this class is over, or whatever. Or I love making certain people laugh, it really is a way that I can share my love and my heart and my energy. All right. Number 8, seek a feeling of well-being. And, well, I would say if we do the 7 before this, we certainly will have a higher chance of seeking a feeling of well-being. And well-being, to me, well, it's a lasting feeling, right? It's not a fleeting feeling like, okay, I just ate that piece of chocolate and, 10 minutes later, I feel like crap, or I feel bad, or I feel guilty, or whatever, right? To me, well-being is more of a constant. It's more of a steady state that in general. And what I've started to do is kind of pointing out to myself when I feel it. Like, wow, I am happy. I feel good. I'm happy. I feel good. I'm happy. I start saying that to myself. And it's like, yeah, I do. What do you know? So, hey, let's go ahead and seek that feeling of well-being. And then in the moments that we feel it, go ahead and register it in your brain. All right, we're getting toward the end. Number 9, know that your value can only be measured in terms of joy. Yep. Yeah. This reminds me of one of Abraham Hicks's famous quotes that I used to reference all the time. And it was, we can define success by the amount of joy you feel in your life. So success can be defined by the amount of joy you feel in your life. So my question for you, my friend, is, how successful are you? How much joy do you feel on a regular basis? Now remember, we're not talking about happiness. We're not talking about having fun. We're not talking about, these moments, but we're talking about joy. And joy is on a whole nother level of happiness, isn't it? So, do we have some analyzing of our life to do to consider, man, what is going on with my life that I don't feel more joy? What is it? What is the story I'm telling myself as to why I can't feel more joy, why I have to do X, Y, and Z, and why I don't have time for these joy things? These are all the stories and the narratives that we give ourselves. And we have to really think about, are they true? Is this really true, or is this honestly an excuse and a choice that I'm making? Because remember, we always have a choice. And some of you guys probably aren't going to want to hear that, and you're going to get mad at me. But you do. You always have a choice. Where there's life, there's hope, and there's choice. So know that your value can only be measured in terms of joy. That's how valuable you are. That's quite a concept. All right, last but not least, and the recipe for eternal joy is acknowledge your absolute freedom to do any of these things or to not do any of these things, for it is, without exception, your choice in every moment of every day. What do you know? That's what I just said a few seconds ago with item number 9. So I guess me and Abraham are vibing. Yes. Acknowledge your absolute freedom to do any of these things or not to do any of these things, for it is without exception your choice in every moment of every day. That's it. No one can take away what you're feeling, what you're thinking about, and your experience. Let's own it. And you know what? Let's go beyond owning it. Let's choose consciously how we want it to be. How empowering. So this is the recipe for eternal joy. And it will provide a format for a life of dramatic, magnificent creating as well. That feels like a bottom line to you, something like, hey, how much success or how much acclaim, how much value can I offer here and now? Well, here we are. All right, so this is The Recipe for Eternal Joy by the book from Abraham Hicks, A New Beginning Part 2. That'll be in the show notes. You can check it out. I'm sure it's easy to get on Amazon. And I hope you enjoyed the show. And oh my gosh, have you shared the show yet? I need your help sharing the show. Is there someone that would benefit from one of the episodes? I appreciate so much just emailing it to them or sending it in their social media or tagging them. Tag me. Please tag me, Fit Amy TV. I would love to connect with you. And I really appreciate you so much. Until next time, I already can't wait to be with you again. Would you like to support my mission to help empower people all over the world to be all of who they truly are? If so, please subscribe to the show, leave a review on iTunes, and share it with a friend. And if you're looking to take immediate action to align your energy and optimize your health, visit amyfournier.com. Thanks for listening to Awakening Aphrodite. Let's awaken her together in you. I'm your hostess, Amy Fournier, and I already can't wait to be with you again and for you to hear what I have planned for the next show.
Thanks for listening to Awakening Aphrodite with Amy Fournier. To learn more about Amy, check out her website, amyfournier.com. That's amyfournier.com. You can also check out Amy's live and on-demand virtual fitness and yoga classes and sign up for her newsletter to receive a free mini ebook of 3 of her top tips for making holistic health a lifestyle. Again, that's amyfournier.com and get your ebook sent to your email immediately. Connect with Amy on the daily on Instagram at FitAmyTV, FITAMYTV, and watch many of the podcast episodes and subtopic clips on her YouTube channel, which is also Fit Amy TV. Enjoy, and we'll see you next time on Awakening Aphrodite.